Okay guys, welcome to this new and exciting episode. So in today's episode, I don't want to waste much of your time. So what we are going to do today is we are actually going to talk about the indicators that you can actually use for intraday trading, right? This has been like effective for me. So first and foremost, you know what we do. We go on the H4 time frame to get our directional buys and draw our swing points that are actually visible, right? So right now I have to be fast on this process. Okay, so right now swing point here, swing points. Okay, so these are like the nearest swing points, right, that I can actually find here, and I will ignore that one at the top there. So what I do secondly is that I go on this rectangle, then I choose any, you can actually choose any color that you want. Guys, you have to practice this, man. You have to practice this. I don't want to lie, this has been consistent for me. So let me change the color of this rectangle here, right? Let me come on, visualize. Let me put it to something like that is a bit pale, like this one. So you can actually see that the color is visible, right? So let me put my horizontal rectangles here, right? So you have seen that I've done my analysis on H4, right? But that's not the time frame that I'm actually going to use for my intraday trading. So I shift a bit to the H1 time frame. Then on the H1 time frame, I add this indicator termed the market session here. Let me double click here. This indicator, as you see on this bar that is actually going to be produced, it works on the H1 time frame and M15 or anything lower than that. So this indicator actually shows us our sessions. You know, we trade those land and pattern stop ones, right? So you can actually see that we had our period separators in black here, period. So this was our Asian session here, then our London pattern here, our London session up to here, which crossed over with the New York. You can actually see that this was a stop point, and we talked about this on our previous episode. You can actually check the link of that video in the description. We analyzed this pair and said it was actually on a buy bias, right? So the second indicator that I'm actually going to use right now is this one termed the shriveled supply and demand zones. It will definitely mark out my supply and demand zones for me without me doing anything. So as you can see, those verified supports are very far away from the market. This one here is also a resistance. Okay, so price has got a higher potential of coming back to test here. You can actually see that we are level 1, level 2, level 3, and this is our clear aim. So for the next day, I think if we have our London pattern stop point, the market is actually going to come down to here to test this point here. So as you can see, guys, this is crazy. So before I do anything else, I need to add my last indicator for this, right? I can add this pattern recognition indicator or the MT5 candle pattern detector. They actually show me the type of candlesticks that are reversal and stuff. We'll definitely talk about that, but for now, let me add this indicator that actually calculates my risk reward ratio, which is the KT, right? Let me put it here. So you can actually see that if I enter a sell right at this point, you can actually see that the TP here, the risk reward ratio is 1:1.08, and it's not very much ideal. But if you enter tomorrow after the land and pattern stop points up to here, you might have a risk reward ratio of maybe 1:10 or 1:15, somewhere around those zones. So okay guys, this is all about this thing. So what you need to right now is, if you think these indicators may help you and you want them, I can actually send them on Telegram. The link of the Telegram is actually in the description, and I really appreciate you guys for watching this kind of content. Thank you so much. And before that, let's analyze another pair, right? We're actually going to do the same process. Let me find a pair. I may use the GBP USD here. Okay, this indicator is actually showing my highs and lows, right? Let me use the 4 BTM without anything. So first things first, we go on the H4, right? Then on the H4, we draw our visible swing points right here, 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 and somewhere around those zones. So the second step that I do is I actually do my horizontal rectangles right at these zones, right? Then I want to show you guys that you can actually use this, right? You don't have to struggle on the market when you have got all these things right at your disposal. Let me do this. So you can actually see that I've done that on the H4. So I shift my H1, then add that indicator that create those times and the stuff. Okay, I may start by adding this shriveled supply and whatever demand, right? So you can actually see that this was a 10 code support, which means it was something that was it started as a resistance, right? Then it shifted to become a support. You can actually see that the market is on a resistance right here, and there's got a higher possibility of coming back down here. So I add my market sessions indicator, which is here. Then I have to allow here, click OK. So as you can see right now, I have to shift my M15 right here. Don't worry about this green box here. It is only showing, my support and resistance that are actually on a bigger time frame, such as the H4D or something like that. So as you can see right here, with our peak here, which was, you can actually see that we were on a London session. This was a London session stop one for the previous day. When we went to this day, we had this London pattern, right, Asian session up to down here. So this was something like a London pattern type 2 stop, and then the market had to go up. So I'm anticipating price to come back to here, because the market doesn't just move like crazy. So okay guys, this is all about how you can actually integrate these things onto your analysis and stuff. I really appreciate you for watching this episode. Please make sure you share it with us. This channel is free and absolutely nothing is sold here. Thank you guys for watching.